Good afternoon, Aggies, and welcome to another episode of Aggie Now. Alright, so, as most of us know, in November 2011, a group of protesters sat on the quad vocalizing the Occupy movement. After asking protesters to leave, UC Davis police responded by pepper spraying demonstrators. The footage recorded by Aggie Studios went viral, putting Davis under national scrutiny. What we didn't know is that UC Davis tried to cover this act up by paying public relation firms at least $175,000 to hide bad publicity on Google when people searched the university and our Chancellor Kategi.
No, it's super strange because she said in that email video that she sent to all of us that she didn't use university funds to pay for this, but it was in the budget, right? That's how we found it. That's how the SACB found it, because they looked up the university budget and then they requested documents, and that's how they found where this money went. So, did she lie to us on camera? I don't know, I can't tell you. But I had a lot of questions when she said that it didn't come out of taxpayer money or from students' tuition.
Yeah.
And did you guys see the eggheads, the eggheads by the music building? They were covered in wrapped in blankets,
and then when they
and then
opened
they
it,
spray painted the eyes and orange.
I mean, get off the eggheads! Lay off the eggheads, please! Why?
So
Stop it with the eggheads, one. Stop it with the money. I mean, seriously, our school is it's not really rich, but they have a lot more budget than $175,000, so lay off the money. If you want to scrutinize the school for doing what they did, scrutinize that. Don't talk about the money. Don't go like, oh, Katehi's getting so much money. It's really, in comparison, it's a speck.
The thing about the money is that
Interesting to
if they
say.
had spent that $175,000,
It's not a lot.
repairing the lights in the 24-hour reading room, if they had spent it improving something that the students use every day, then they would have created that good PR, and they wouldn't have to have made fake good PR.
Yeah,
It's not fake. They're just removing it. Just imagine everyone's talking about the pepper spray now again, as they have before in 2011. And it's perfectly fair that, okay, this is a part of history we cannot forget. It makes sense. We don't want to remove it altogether. But when you're applying to a job and they're like, what is UC Davis? I've never heard of it. I'm going to Google UC Davis. And 150 articles just all on pepper spray. Is that how the school wants to be looked at? Is that how you want to be looked at?
Well, the thing is
Just
that,
a part of history is fine, but then when people want to
there's a lot of reasons as
hear
to
about
why
this,
that should be there.
it's fine. I get it. It's supposed to be there, but when it's 150 articles over and over and over for the first how many pages of Google search, it doesn't make sense. You want to go to a school with a good reputation. And if $175,000 is the price to pay for that, it makes sense.
I mean, that's a really good point, but I feel like all universities have gone through different controversies. This pepper spray incident is something that is just, in general, a really large, it's a really large incident. I mean, people like, artists like Rihanna have bought footage from Aggie, well, once was Aggie TV and now Aggie Studios, bought footage for her music video, American Oxygen, about this type of controversy, because it was such a big deal. And I do agree that your school has to have a really good reputation. Actually, speaking from a different perspective, public relations, in terms of the $175,000, it's actually not a lot of money.
it isn't.
It's not a lot of
Compared to
money.
so much money that the
Right.
UC Davis collects from students,
Right.
other places.
But it's not, I don't think that's the main, well, I don't think that's my main issue with this. It's the fact that we tried to erase it from the internet. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's my issue. Okay, so
But
let's
again,
not
once
talk about the
anything
money.
comes on the internet, it doesn't come off. Remember when Beyonce tried to remove that photo
point.
of her?
Exactly.
It doesn't
Whoever-
come off.
if it was
that's why I
It's
don't,
there.
all my photos are made sure that that's what I want on the internet, because you don't know.
It's gonna come back.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
If it was Chancellor Kategi who decided to spend this money on this specific activity, then she clearly doesn't understand how the internet works. Once it's on there, it's never coming off. No matter how much money, I honestly think that these companies are scams. It's impossible that they can erase things coming up from Google or from people having this information.
It worked a bit though.
I think they
For a
managed to
But
limit it.
that's such a just to go over what the scale is now. I mean, I have friends in the Philippines who messaged me over the weekend. Were like, "Are you okay? We heard about the pepper spray incident." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm fine. That was in 2011." I mean, the scope of right. Okay, so make sure you read the video. But the scope of how far this has gone is huge.
Yes.
Literally, people in other countries now know UC Davis for this incident. But I do think that it's a slow burn, because if this incident was such a big deal in 2011, right, it kind of was more publicized then, so it did work for a little bit, but now it's coming back up. And I think it's kind of it makes sense that it does now with
It was
everything
on the
that's
front
happening
page
now.
of Reddit like twice
Yeah.
last week. They basically, by paying all this money, they did the opposite of what they wanted to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know? So now, unfortunately, when you do Google UC Davis, it will come up. No
But
matter
now it
what they
says
do
that the
from
school is paying to cover
yeah,
it.
and now it's even
Yeah.
worse.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad that, you know, students have to see that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I see a lot of comments these days about how I don't want my school to be remembered like this is not UC Davis, and, you know, that's one aspect of UC Davis. It doesn't mean that it's the whole university. You can speak about all the wonderful things that this university has offered you, but you cannot erase something that's such an important part of history. It was such a strong, it sent a strong message about police, about that police
Yeah.
and
It was
student
like
relationship.
an iconic moment from the
Definitely.
Occupy protest in 2011. It demonstrated that the police often don't use discretion. You know.
I think with this incident, the pepper spray incident, it should be a part of Davis history, like you guys were all saying. However, it shouldn't only define what
Yeah.
UC Davis is all about.
Yeah.
And as the PR side of campus, I get it. It's their job to make sure that the school's name stays nice
Exactly.
and floral.
Except the
Floral.
Okay, it's a direct
And
translation from
fragrant.
Indo. You call it wangi, but I don't know how to say it in English.
Okay.
No, that's
Oh, also the occupiers have left,
Yes.
and
they
I
did.
thought it was so fishy that they left right before picnic day.
Oh, interesting. And they also left on the day that this $175,000 story broke.
yeah. And
Yeah.
can I just say too, like, I'm pretty sure that was all decided on way beforehand, and it was mapped out. Something people
That they
don't
wanted to have fun in picnic day.
and you know, honestly, like something people don't understand is like how mentally draining it can be to occupy.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my
It's not
gosh, like
easy.
it's so easy to just sit there and do this. I mean, there's this idea of uncomfortability, anxiety, small spaces, like
And everyone's so angry and fired up around you, all the negative chi.
but I mean, like I wouldn't say that simply because for me, it's like if you were not in that space, you wouldn't know what they're like. And we make these assumptions about they're angry people, but it's not the truth. I mean, I know people who are part of this movement who are just passionate about it, and I don't see that as anger. I don't translate that as mad. I see that as like supporting a movement that they think will benefit students later on. And whether or not people agree with that, that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. But what I really see is that there's passion there, and that it was all calculated. I mean, the message was out. It's global.
As you guys may not know, next year, if you guys are coming back for the school year, of course, most of you will, but Miguel will graduate.
Yeah. Sad.
But you have heard, you may have heard that we will have a month long of for winter break. So
Yes.
4 weeks. Yes, I know. I was like ecstatic when I
I'm
read
hella
this.
salty. Super salty about this.
Yes, you heard right, folks. 4 weeks. This is because New Year's Eve and New Year's Day fall on a Saturday and Sunday and will be observed on work weekdays, pushing the start of the school week 1 week later. And so winter quarter will officially start on January 8th, 2017. And next time this will happen will be during the 2020 to 2023 school year. Yeah, so I think we're pretty fortunate. So I guess you can say that our luck is on our side. And in addition, this is the last quarter that students will have finals on a Saturday.
Yes.
By the start of next year, students will no longer have a dead day, shortening winter and spring quarter to 48 days.
Oh.
This is all based on the recommendation made by campus leaders working alongside with ASUCD. And UC Davis Chancellor Linda P.B. Katehi forwarded the recommendation, and it was approved. So at least there's one thing Katehi's doing right. Sorry.
Moving on, this week we are bringing back the 30-second challenge where one of our anchors answers as many questions as possible in 30 seconds. There we go. This week we have a special guest, our ASUCD President Alex Lee, here with us today.
Welcome,
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it's great to be here and answer the 30-second challenge.
Yeah, man. All right, so you ready to answer some questions? I think Miguel has them
Yes,
for you.
it's gonna be me.
Okay,
Are
here we
you
go.
ready?
Yes,
These are
here
like
we go.
life-changing questions.
Oh,
The
okay.
burning question.
So, wait, you asking, does it include in 30 seconds?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh.
So you just gotta go.
Okay, I'll
Like,
go.
you gotta
I'll
just
time
go.
I will
She's gonna
time
time it.
Okay, Nika's gonna time. Don't think about it. Actually, think a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
On your mark, get set, go.
Favorite place you've traveled to?
London.
Pants or shorts?
Pants.
You won the lottery. What do you buy?
I invested.
iPhone or Android? Oh my god.
iPhone.
Cool. Favorite guilty pleasure food? That's hard.
Gummy worms.
Starbucks
Oh.
order.
Green tea frap.
Ooh, Coho or Silo?
Coho.
Favorite Disney movie?
10 seconds.
Mulan.
Worst hardest class you've taken at Davis?
Pull 165.
What's your most irrational fear?
4, 3, 2.
Heights that are mildly high.
Oh my
Done.
god,
Time's over.
Alex, you're like the same
Time's up.
person.
They are life changing.
Oh my god, heights and gummy worms.
It's like mildly,
Yeah, I know.
mildly.
These are definitely life changing. Oh my gosh.
Life-changing.
It's okay.
Yay.
How many did I get?
You got up to 10. That's
Wow.
really good.
That's
Ten out of
So
good.
that's one every 3 seconds.
Yes.
New
Yeah.
record.
Proud of you.
Including me asking the question.
Yes.
We
Great
did the
job.
most.
I believe you did.
I think
You,
you.
yeah.
I think I did like
We
5.
should put a scoreboard.
I know.
Oh my God.
dude, we should
Oh
have a
yeah.
That's
Right
a good
here.
The
idea.
30-second challenge.
Do
You
it.
could be number 1.
Yeah.
So they asked me.
It's like on Top Gear when they drive.
Number 1, Mr. President.
Yay.
Mr. President Alex Lee, sir.
Thank you.
And that wraps up another episode of Aggie Now. I'm Miguel Bagsit.
I'm Tanya Josephine.
I'm Kevin Dusa.
And I'm Alex Lee.
And I'm Nika Magahis. Thanks for watching this week.